My name is Teri Angel, and I was attacked by a pit bull in 2021. My life has been a complete nightmare, to say the least, since that day. On September 17th, I was visiting a friend in her home. While I was there, her pit bull, Havoc, attacked me for no reason and without warning. He ripped off my scalp, and when I fell to the floor, the attack continued. I had no idea that the trauma would continue for over a year in court. The city where the attack occurred filed a petition to have Havoc euthanized due to the dangerous nature. Havoc was finally put down in January. The case has been a hot topic on social media, dragging my name through the mud, portraying me as the villain and Havoc as the victim, and I'm here to set the record straight.
Well, Teri, this was really traumatic for you at the time. You knew this dog.
Yes.
And you didn't have any precursors to this. You didn't see this coming at all.
No, not at all.
All right, and you got first bitten on top of the head.
Yes. Well, when I first walked in the front door, he grazed my arm, but he was on the couch, so it was kind of, I wasn't sure if it was his, I wasn't sure what happened, really. So.
But when he really attacked you, it was after that, right?
Yeah.
And how did he get to the top of your head?
Well, I was leaned up against the hospital bed, and he had followed me when I got there, with his toy, but I had a bad feeling. So he jumped on the bed, and then he jumped down, and then he jumped back up, and then he was right there.
Yeah.
Close.
And your friend had been injured and had a hospital bed there temporarily to be in a hospital bed,
Yes.
right? And you were sitting on the bed?
I was leaned up against, with my backside to the.
Yeah, leaned up against it?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what triggered the dog? You have no idea?
No, and he can't tell us.
And how did your friend initially react to your injuries?
Well, we were both, she seemed upset, concerned, but then after, it was really in cover-up mode, and.
She tried to play it down.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, but at the time, both of you were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because they were.
Horrific.
Yeah, and you went to the hospital.
Yeah.
And how much of your scalp was ripped off?
5 by 6 area was ripped off, and then where it ripped, so it would have been like a 5 by 10.
Yeah, and we have
completely.
this blurred, so y'all don't throw up. And this was down to the skull, right?
Yes, they couldn't reattach it.
There was no way to reattach it.
Mm-hmm.
So how did they treat it?
Well, when they came in, they had offered me 2 options. The surgeon, that they could fly me to Erlanger, where they could look at under a microscope and find it'd be like 1% chance or less if they found one live blood vessel to reattach it. So the second option was to staple it up, send me home, and let it granulate some tissue so they could do a skin graft. And that's what they did 2 weeks later.
So they had to do a skin graft. And where did they harvest the skin from?
My
The hip?
thigh, yeah.
Okay, that's not fun.
No, it's
Yeah.
not at all.
And you also got ultimately bitten on the arm
Yeah.
with puncture wounds
Yeah,
on the arm. And how deep were those?
it went all the way through.
Yeah, we could see that. How did the dog ultimately get under control?
Well, he didn't. Actually, when I was laying on the floor, I think she said run, so she may have just grabbed him for a second. And I jumped up and I ran into it was like 2 steps, but a door, and I grabbed the door, and it wasn't unhinged. So I just held it in front of me, and I put my knee up against it and held my head, and I just kept saying, I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna pass out. And I thought, I've always heard you just punch them in the face or something, or poke them in the eye. So I thought, I'm either gonna just put my arm down and punch him in the face, or I'm just gonna lay down with this door on top of me and let him get my arms.
Okay.
And then she grabbed a hold of him, and then that's when,
And did she get him into another room?
yes, and he was still trying to come through that door to get me.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.